guys, Adam at Time Warp here. Hope you all having a great day. We are gonna go over the Sew and Flaw 12x16 inflatable paint booth. We're gonna be looking at all of the components that comes with this. We're gonna talk a little bit about the optional elephant trunk over there that is that adapts to the side of the paint booth to help the flow. And we'll be going over some of the pros and the cons of this thing. And we also will be using the Quick Draw McGraw Harbor Freight airbrush compressor. We'll be testing this thing out, painting clear coat on this Simpson helmet over here. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, first things first, we're gonna go ahead and go over some of the components that come with this booth. So first off, you have the booth itself, which is a 12x16. This comes with those two fans. One's gonna keep the sidewalls and the ceiling all filled up so it can keep it full. The other one is just filling up the inside of the booth to create a positive pressure. This also comes with a carrying bag, and I think that is it. Besides, there is some other components like sandbags and some stakes to be able to make sure this thing stays planted down when you're using it. One thing I do want to go over is if you buy one of these, you do need in my opinion, you do need the optional elephant trunk. Well, it's called an elephant trunk because it looks just like an elephant trunk. That's going to attach to the side of this booth once we get it filled up. The nice thing is there is two different sides. You can choose which side that you want to adapt this thing to. And it also comes with the disposable filter here, which you can also buy those replacements. The nice thing about this is it just fits right up in there. It seals up right there, so that's great. Everything's Velcro right here, and the sides are Velcro, which will connect right there. This particular elephant trunk also comes with this exiting tube fan and this 10-inch tube that you can run straight out the door. So all that's together, like I said, that is a extra feature that you can buy for this. Some people don't think they need it, but in order to get the good airflow, you really need that thing. So all right, let's fill this thing up. All right, I went ahead and hooked up the bigger fan that came with this thing to the gray hose. And what that's gonna do, like I said, it's going to fill up the frame and keep this thing solid. There's a couple other tubes here where you can, you hook up the smaller fan, which is right here. There's the other one. So that's already hooked up. So once we plug that in, that's gonna create positive flow into the booth itself. But there is an option to run another one right here if you want to, but you will need to buy another one of these units. But I found you really don't need to do that. All you really need is that one, and that will keep positive pressure in there. So let's go ahead and get this filled up. Go ahead and hit the power button here. Now we can go ahead and switch on the fan, which will give it that positive pressure. All right, so there's the inlet right there. I can feel the air coming out. That's giving the booth a positive pressure. That will help pressurize the booth to help airflow out of one of these two or both of these exiting filters. On the other side, it's really nice because it actually opens all the way up and you can roll it up, and there's a couple of clips here that you're able to actually roll up the whole side of this booth. So if you want it kind of like an open face booth, you can go ahead and do that. Or if you're pulling something bigger in here, you can just roll that up right there. So you can choose either side here. So you can choose to have the elephant trunk on this side, but since this is closer to the door, we're gonna go ahead and use this side. So you can see that this one's all closed off. There is a piece of material that if you're not using this, it closes it off so you're not getting any kind of flow coming out of this side, because we really don't want that. It also has these tabs built right in where you're able to hook any kind of lighting, or if you dare, you can actually hang some parts on that. That seems pretty sturdy. But I would guess that that's more for, you can hang some LED lights, or once again, you can hang some parts off of this. I feel like that's pretty safe. The great thing about this booth is the windows, because to be honest with you, you really don't need any lights in here. As long as your garage or wherever you have this thing set up, it has enough light. So those clear panels allow for you to be able to see what the heck you're doing here. So there is a little zipper here. So as long as the frame is staying solid and is staying up, you can go ahead and zip that. That's going to create a little more positive pressure, which will help us out as well. All right, let's hook up the elephant trunk exiting fan so you can see how that works. We'll go ahead and get the helmet in here and we'll spray to see how well this actually moves the fumes out of this thing. One thing I did notice with this is the elephant trunk base is a little small. I feel like it should be a little bit taller. Maybe it's made for different booths, but however, we do need to stick something under there to keep this thing level. All right, there we go. We're going to go ahead and crack this door open a little bit. It'll flow out just like that. Alright, so I got the compressor airline ran into the booth. All we need to do is just turn this thing on. Let's get some clear coat mixed up and we'll go ahead and spray our helmet. Alright, so I'm going to be spraying Lime Glamour clear coat that's mixed 2 to 1. So we got 2 parts of the part A to 1 part of the part B. We have these disposable 10 milliliter cups. We're going to be using the Limeline 1.4 Pro gun to spray this. We'll go ahead and give that a shake. All right, let's make sure we turn on our exiting fan first. All right, so even though we're in going to be a well-ventilated area, you still need to wear a NIOSH-approved respirator. These fumes are very dangerous to breathe in. Make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you protect your eyes and your skin. And let's go ahead and get this thing sprayed. All right, that actually worked really well. Really well. A couple things with this: if you were to use it outside, you're going to want to make sure that you either stake it down or use the sandbags that are provided. Another thing is, if you're not able to move the part out and you need to deflate the booth, that could be a problem. You would have to leave this thing up and running. However, there is these little rings that are sewed into the side. You can hook those up to the rafters. That way you can deflate this thing and still leave it up and keep your parts inside. Also, that would be a saver for you if the power was to go out or anything like that. That's it, guys. Everything turned out really good. Be sure to check out my other custom paint videos, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.